Welcome to the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. This is what? A bit of a vlog, really.
Yeah, it's vlog time. Yeah, we're on the sofa with Jack's asleep.
We were going to do campfire fishing tales, but the weather, horror stories, so we thought we'd do Mike's spare bedroom stroke office fishing tales.
Yeah.
Anyway, the upshot of this is we were talking about it, and I said, do you know what? I remember a guy that caught a really big fish. You know when you got a new water you're going to, you don't know where to fish, you don't know the depth.
We've all been there.
Oh man, it's quite hard, isn't it? You get that initial excitement, you get the build-up of a brand new water, you get all excited, and if it's a big gravel pit, you go, actually, I don't really know where to start.
Yeah.
Well, we met a guy. What were we doing? We were
the Sandhurst. Yeah, Sandhurst Lakes, which is a fairly big gravel pit
in the winter.
Yeah, winter time. So tough fishing.
Pike fishing. We were pike fishing,
but the guy was carp fishing.
We just
lovely clear, isn't it? Real clear water there.
And big fish in there. Yeah. But we were trying for the pike, and then lo and behold, we just wandered around looking, and a guy said, any chance you guys can give me? He saw the cameras, I guess.
Yeah.
Any chance you can give us a hat? I want a picture of a fish. Got a really nice fish. So I thought, yeah, he's got like 18, 20 pound carp, something like that. Wrong. Wait for this. It was his first ever session there.
Yeah.
I think it was his first cast out. Broad daylight. He hadn't been there for 3 days. One cast, out it goes. Yeah. Boom.
It was stunning, wasn't it?
Lovely.
It was unbelievable.
Have a look at this. This is what we call a proper, totally awesome carp.
Well guys, I'm here at Sandhurst Lakes just looking to get a bit of evening pike fishing in and using some lures, some hard baits. Nothing as of yet, however, about 20 minutes ago we did help out a guy who had a monster carp. Check some of this footage out.
So, you fish her a lot, I assume, do you?
Nope, first time.
Oh no, first time.
I haven't lied in the water an hour.
Really? You've barely been here? And what sort of distance were you at with that one?
65 yards.
About 65. It just shows you've got to be in the right place at the right time. And you got that down as, what was it, 30?
32.2.
32.2. What a beauty. That is a magnificent looking fish as well. That is a cracker. Beauty.
Yeah.
Good scrap?
Oh, brilliant. In fact, I couldn't get my waders on.
So you here for a couple of nights?
3 nights, yeah.
3 nights.
Well,
I reckon you should have 3 days.
Good 3 nights now.
Yeah. You won't sleep now, you'll be waiting for the buzzers to go off. If you let them go just there, I'll try and I can zoom in, it looks really nice and light. You can even hold it up there and make a nice shot there, right?
That sun's a bit of a nightmare.
Because you've got the right waders. If it goes, it goes, you know. If you want to try and cradle it there, but it's a really nice shot. Wow, that looks a lump there. That is a nice looker. Beautiful. A nice winter fish, that one.
Beautiful.
As we say on the Totally Awesome Fishing Show, that's one that's worth getting out of bed for.
It really is, yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, boys. Right. Off you go.
Well, what a lovely carp that was, and generally for us, because we love our filming and photography so much, for us it was something else to be able to actually film.
Privilege.
You know, it was to be able to film something like that. And Sandhurst is actually really good lakes for that sort of place. There's some monsters in that lake as well.
There's some big ones in there. We can't catch them because we don't carp fish there. You know, it wouldn't be classed as an easy water, but it really is. You know, got some nice fish in there.
I do miss my river fishing though. I have to admit, I don't do as much as I'd like to, possibly because of where we are based in the south. You know, there is some lovely chalk streams here, but as far as kind of big spate rivers, you've got the Stour that we go to regularly, but I've not done too much chalk stream fishing really, and I do kind of miss that, you know, that sort of trotting afloat and things like that.
A good one to try though, guys, if you can get on a chalk stream, because some are free stretches, some you can get day tickets for, you just got to ask, I would target something like grayling. Because, you know, we've both done grayling fishing a bit, and we've had some
lovely fish as well. Another really
nice
pretty fish to photograph, isn't it?
Yeah, nice fish and nice conditions. You don't need big baits. I mean, you like to fish what? Red maggots normally, isn't it?
Double red for me, yeah.
Double red maggots.
Yeah.
But I had a recent session, I caught someone a big bait. A big bait for grayling. Check this out. So here's a tip if you want to catch grayling of any sizes, is you want to keep it on the little and often. I mean, I'm just using leftover ground bait that I've had frozen, but little pellets look like this. That's got some peat in it from worms, because I'm going to be fishing with brownlings. I've got no maggots. I'm going to throw it up there. little pellet like that, that just will break up down there, filter down, and that goes all in between pieces of weed, the stream of weed and everywhere. And if you don't make it too strong, too thick, too heavy, and it floats down slowly, provided you don't get the enemy, i.e. the ducks, then those grayling will start coming up and feeding. You might hit the first one there, you might hit the second one here, and eventually they'll be in a line. But I'm going to give it a go, see if I can pull one out for you. There's every chance I feel with this worm mix, but I just need to lose the ducks. Here's a tip on a rough day, grizzly old day. You can go fine, you can go with small baits. I personally have got 3BB on this float, straight through on about £4 line, and there you can see a small brandling. Now when they take the bait, if they do take it, they can nip this and pull it under. I just let that float pause a second before I strike. Often can get you that fish. I've got the worm on there, and I want to make sure that I'm swinging it out well upstream of where I think or have seen a grayling, so they're not spooked by the float, and I don't want to move the float. And don't be afraid like I'm doing to cast upstream there. As you can see, I'm casting upstream. There's a big fish over the back there. Not sure what that is. Might be a trout, might be a pike. This is what I'm talking about, guys, about using just ordinary big baits. Don't be afraid of big fish, big bait. This one is a really good grayling. He's just nicked on there. Every chance to come off. It's not the best hook in the world. Pretty basic hook, but it is a nice grayling for sure. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Get in there. Oh no, don't do any of that. I think I got him. Wow. Do you know what, guys? That could be there. Grayling of the season for me. There's the worm. Just a brand new, actually fell off the hook. Oh my God. That's the black dot that you can see there that most grayling have. Black dot either side, and the hinge there, underslung mouth, and that's what makes them difficult to hook a lot of the time. I'm going to show you his fin, because this is a really big fish. For me anyway. Well happy with that. Look at that one. Absolute beauty. I don't suppose for a minute he's going to hold still very long. And what a dorsal fin on this one. Look at that. Let's get him back. Well, there you go. So let this one recover a minute. The thing, sometimes they don't hold up too well, grayling. You want to make sure they're up the right way, like that one. So you just hold him with the net, just let him recover. It's a great fish. An investment in the future. Just a straight float run down here and a deep pool underneath me. I think he's okay. I see his fins moving. I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. And there we go.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a really nice grayling, I have to admit. I haven't got many grayling, but that was a fair good size, wasn't it?
Decent size for me, yeah.
Now, another thing that tends to make me laugh quite a bit is your vintage tackle and some of the state of your old vintage tackle, which people talk about real maintenance and does Graeme look after his tackle. I have to admit, I don't think you do much in the way of maintenance of tackle, but you do appreciate older, ancient kind of looking tackle, don't you?
There's a few of us oldies out there that just like fishing with that particular make brand model because they just like fishing with it. That's all there is to it. Yeah. They're not tackle
just
tarts.
Loyal to the what works for them.
They're not a tackle tart. They don't need the latest and greatest. They won't catch any more fish if you use the modern gear. Perhaps it's nicer if you have a lighter rod or better balanced rod. But if you enjoy fishing with a personable rod or reel or whatever, you know, it can be good. Now, I recently stumbled across something of a, wow, what I find it was, a treasure trove. Up at Finch Farm, which is a fishery, Mick there, the owner, has got a huge long container, and I've
always wondered what's in that. I haven't seen in it.
Well, I'll tell you what's in it. A load, and I do mean a load, of second-hand tackle, some of which, well, it just took me back 40 years.
Really?
That's right. Well, to me, it's modern.
Yeah.
But no, it's just good. If you old guys, you will probably remember some of the makes, the models, the brands. I really enjoyed walking around there, and you can buy some reasonable stuff there off me. Look, you know, we're not saying go there and buy it. Phone Mick up. There might be a model you're looking for. I'll tell you what I found there. My old Avon quiver tip rod.
Did you?
A more of a shock to me. I nearly bought it.
Really?
I've got 3. Yeah.
Crikey.
No.
But how many people have asked about your Avon rods and where to get them?
Loads. If you do want old
that's
rods,
going to go pretty quickly after this video, potentially. Mick's phone will be burning.
Well, he's got some interesting gear in there. Here's a walkthrough of his container. I was there fishing. I thought, you know what? I've got to show these guys on YouTube some of our old, traditional English tackle. And this is what I call the Aladdin's Cave. If you come in here that Mick's got, he's got a huge, I think it's about a 40-foot container that he's panelled out here as well. He's got electric on, and he's got loads and loads of weird and wonderful stuff in here, but a lot of old stuff. There's an antique pipe. There's an antique pole there that Let's going to put right. I've knocked over already. So that's an old one there. It says £31, 1890 something. Who knows? And this is some of the gear. So if any of you guys are looking for like old books, I mean, just look here. You can see stacks and stacks of books in here. A lot of them are really old ones. I remember some of the names of those. Trout fishing, everything there. Fishing. So it'd be worth giving Mick a ring to see what he's got. You want some tackle boxes? He's got second-hand tackle boxes. This is all second-hand stuff here. There, look, guys. A one-man bivvy, £95 there. And when I came in the last time, he had some really good old quiver tip rods. That one's jumping out at me, and that is a Normark Avon quiver. Look, £20. £20, and I could tell you, you could probably take that down here and you could be fishing with that one. In fact, that's not a Normark. That's why I recognise that. Out of all that bunch of rods, that green jumped out of me, and there is the saying, Avon quiver tip. My God, it's a lot better condition than my one. Very, very good. And somebody's even got the old isotope light on there. I've mentioned that before about using, you put a piece of valve rubber on there and you can just get a little isotope, we call them, which is a light stick. It's got a standard tip there and a quiver tip as well, so you can night fish with that. I'd have to say, I don't recognise that butt ring. Mine's not as large on the butt ring there. But that is the traditional Avon quiver, well used by the cork on the handle. Of course, you can always sand that down. So there's stacks in here. My goodness me, there's a lot of rods in there. Get that one back, that's it. Some of the other ones in here, look. Spod rod, £25. If you want a cheap spod rod, guys, you don't have to buy a new one, come over here. £30, £20, all just like carp rods, bunches and bunches and bunches of match rods. Ron Thompson Superior Uptide Sea Rod, £25. Loads and loads of rods. That green one jumped out at me though. That looks a nice sort of carpy type one. I thought so, yeah. A Nash Pursuit Carp for £35. There you go. Another one here, Chub Outcast. And look at some of the old reels. I remember these. I call those the Mitchell 624s. I've no idea what they're called here now. And they are indeed called the Mitchell 624 with a star drag there. I call everything one of my first shark reels there. That is a really, really good tried and tested old reel. What else is made? A Penn Sea Boy, I feel this is. My God, this takes me back to the age 50 years. It takes me back 50 years. It looks like, yes, a Penn Long Beach. Penn Long Beach. It looks like the old Penn Sea Boy. That looks like another old one there. Look at these reels, man alive. And the price on these, let's take a look at that. £25, look. Because you can come, he's got loads of Mitchells. Now these are good, these are high speeds. It's a Penn high speed by the look of it. Penn Senator 113H. Now they're popular, they're still popular now. That's a high speed reel that you can use. Oh my God, look, oh, it's only a tattler. Holy cow. I had a wide spooled tattler that I first used shark fishing, what, 50 years ago? That's bizarre. £55, yeah, vintage they call it, vintage. That makes me vintage then if I was fishing with it. £55. There's a bigger one. This do guys want to go shark fishing starting up, look. 110, a Penn 114, this is sea reel, high speed again. And you notice here you can adjust that handle. You can take this nut off, drop the handle down and give you a much bigger turn there to get it ready. Goodness me, this is taking me back a bit. The trouble is, people, I remember a lot of this gear. Stern drag reels here, Abu Garcia. See, all this stuff still catches fish. God almighty, I'm still using some of these. How much is that one? Just like £15. Goodness me. Interceptor. Now, do you know what? I think I'm fishing with an interceptor up there. I'm going to have to go for catfish for a few hours. I'm absolutely fishing with one of these, I feel sure. A Kuma interceptor, look. So, everything you can want here. Spare spools. Here we go, look. Abu Garcia close face reel. There's the close face ones that we've done in our previous articles, films. That one is a diver, close face. These are all the rage. They still catch now. And of course, the traditional specimen hunters of the time. Mitchell's, Garcia's, vintage Garcia Mitchell 206, £20. You could still catch fish on that now, I can assure you. Might want a bit of TLC. I think there's one without looking as an Intrepid Envoy. Take a gamble on that one. It is indeed a vintage Intrepid Envoy, which I had as a schoolboy. My goodness me, what a place. Forceps, scissors, fly reels there. It is racked out here. My goodness me, you could save yourself some money coming here. What's all up this end? This is a thermal sleeping bag. Other sleeping bags there. Look, you've got rod bags here. Loads of rod bags. Look, guys, trout nets. My goodness me, perhaps I should be getting myself a new trout net. Camouflage, whatevers. Rod bags, match bags. Goodness me, even got camera bags. Looks like holdalls. There are so many rods in here. It's ridiculous. I wonder if they've got... There's a Richard Walker Hardy fly rod. If that's not a piece of history, that there. All you old guys out there, look at these. Remember some of this stuff. A Hardy's, Richard Walker. Name on there. Like the young guys don't even know who he is, I dare say. Us oldies do. Most influential freshwater angler of a generation. Richard Walker Hardy fly with £30. £30. I wouldn't like to say what's in these boxes. Probably full of gear. No, Mickey's bought it all gear. Beach tripods. Boxes. I've even got one like this at home. Never use it. I should give it to Mick. He can sell it to somebody. Loads of different nets, poles. So there you go. Look at all the sleeping bags. Oh, way mats. Unhooking mats. Giant unhooking mats. God dear oh Lord. It is a proverbial Aladdin's cave. So there you have it, folks. And down here. Oh, there we go. He's even got a load of the old floats there, look. All assorted colours, sizes. Look at some of these reels. I've got to get out. I've got to get out. Oh no, look. Look at all these fly reels. I do need a new fly reel. That's a nice light one. £30. Got fly line in it as well. That weighs nothing. That one there. I'm wobbling because I'm probably shaking with this excitement of it all. Intrepid I'm going for. I had one of these. My goodness me. They are Intrepid Superfly. It had a ratchet and a dual, like a drag tightening system on that nut. I've still got one of those. £20. Mine's worth more because I've used it. Definitely. That looks a decent fly reel. That one's not too bad. I say I could use that for bonefish. It's called a Rocky Mountain Large Arbor Reel. There's some good stuff in here, guys. If you're starting up, should I be buying these? Scales. I never ever weigh anything. £20 and £30. I've got to leave. I've got to say cheerio out here. I'm actually going to go and sit down now. God, talk about a walk down memory lane. So here at Finch Farm, go and see Mick, the owner. If you do want some old gear, no kidding, I mean, some of these rods, £20, £30. I'm still using rods and reels like this, and I'm still pounding fish out. It's just that people like the fashionable stuff, don't they? I have no problem using old stuff. It's in here, bucket loads of it. Let's get down the lake and see if I can even catch a fish as well on what is now my vintage tackle. Oh dear.
That's almost given me withdrawal symptoms walking through that container. I suppose there's not much difference between that container
and your container.
and my garage.
Yeah.
Really.
It was impressive though, I have to admit.
Yeah, nice bit of old stuff in there. Now then, when you get commercial waters, everybody tends to think of carp, don't they? They think of, just regular pasty-sized carp. But I've noticed recently, other species have been coming through on those commercial waters as well, haven't they?
Yeah, I've noticed a lot actually, especially online. I've been, following people and things on Facebook. Is the perch? They're getting some really big perch now out of commercial waters, and we've had some fairly good sized ones as well.
Yeah, and roach. There's been some good roach coming out. I mean, talking of fish, £2 and up. Perch, you're talking of fish. What?
Well,
threes
fours,
and up.
yeah.
3s and 4s. I mean, really big. We think that a lot of that is to do with those commercial waters. They're starting to regenerate, and they've got lots of blooms, as it were, of fry, of tiny little 1-inch fry that are coming through the system. And the perch that were also small at one stage are now, as I say, they're half-pounders, are now feeding on those fish and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But I mean, we can show you a hint of it, one of our local waters, and perch that were stocked in there as small fish not so long ago. I mean, really, months ago.
They're literally growing.
They're chasing
super
the fry.
fast.
They're chasing the fry already. You can see the fry scattering. So some of these waters, don't neglect them. Still waters can throw up decent roach.
And also, actually, I would say where a lot of people are turned off of commercial waters in winter, I would almost use that time to target perch, especially. We've done so well on prawn with perch. Just simple, literally a split shot on the line to the hook. One prawn, feed in a few freebies. How well have we done recently?
Yeah, pretty good on short
winter,
trips.
and then you only need to fish for a couple of hours in the winter. It's definitely worth doing.
Yeah, and then if you want the bigger roach, just target roach with a bigger bait. Same thing. You eliminate your bite, but when you get one, could be a good fish. Check these out. Well, I finally got a fish, guys, and it is a beauty. What is that? A roach? I thought it was a small carp. It's something anyway. Oh, goodness me, that's a nice roach. Let's have a look at this kitty. Wow, look at that roach. That is indicative of what this place might be producing in a few years' time. That is a crackerjack roach. On a huge hook. Look, there's my roach hook, people. Size 2. That is lovely fish. Nice looking roach. Big one. Big one. Oh, I've got a little perch. Here he comes. Oh, look. What's he coughed up here? Oh, my God. That is absolutely proof that these perch are eating these fish. I'm just going to show Mike this.
What have you got?
One of your favourite species.
Oh, no way, perch.
The perch. And look what he's just coughed up.
Oh, he's eating them.
He's definitely eating them, yeah. Roach.
Oh, wow.
That's worth a picture for Andy.
Pretty big fish he's eating there, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen them jumping. I just was talking to Andy about it.
Get a picture of my phone.
That's worth taking a picture of that. Take the hook out.
I'm amazed at how greedy that is. That sized fish to take. Yeah, hold it there.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Camera shy perch.
We're about to do a live stream soon as well. Yeah,
that's good for Andy. Send Andy a picture out. Well, I told Andy just now I thought I'd seen him chasing them. He needs to get more. That's using a different technique as well. Thanks for watching. Well, I've got to call it Camp Fishing Tales. It's come from Mike's beach bedroom.
My office, yeah,
his office.
In the spare room.
Spare bedroom, yeah.
Don't forget, guys, getting a lot of emails actually recently about clothing and where people can get TA Fishing. This is a bit of an older one, hoodie, but we do have a full range of TA Fishing kind of branded clothing, which a lot of people don't realise we do. And we've got a European shop, like a web shop that deals with it for us. We've got a Europe one. And a US one as well, and a rest of the world one, I think. But
we don't really push it, do we?
We don't really know, but we do have it. I'm often wearing it.
Yeah.
But we've got a huge range of stuff, from everything to teacups, mouse pads, like this, iPhone covers and everything.
Yeah.
So if you're interested and you maybe want some TA Fishing gear, I'll pop a link in the video description for you.
And don't forget, watch Mike's TA Outdoors show.
Yeah, it's going well.
Going very, very well. It's all outdoorsy stuff. It's something, guys, if you can't go fishing, it's just something else to watch. But hopefully we've got enough films racked up to keep you guys watching that screen.
Thanks so much, guys.
See you next time.